Hello everyone, and thank you for watching this video and subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, just click on the little subscribe button down below. It's on one of these sides, I never remember. Anyway, so today I wanted to do a tarot deck review. I haven't done one in a long time. This deck is not new to me. I've had it for a little while, but I love it and I wanted to share it with you, so why not? The deck I wanted to talk about is the Bonefire Tarot deck from Gabi Angus West. And I believe that originally she is, and I'm sure she probably is still there, is from Australia. This deck started out as an indie deck, and then Shipper Publishing picked it up. It came out in this beautiful little box right here. I don't know if it still comes in this box or not. Like I said, I got this a while back. The Deviant Witch, Michael Blackthorne, sent it for my birthday, I think, a few years ago. Not long after it came out. So, for sale to a broader audience once it was published by a major publisher. Like I said, before that, it's an indie deck. I believe that she has had some Oracle decks come out as well. I'm not sure. I know that I was really looking at one, but I think it sold out, and I was really hoping that Shipper would pick it up, and then I never really checked back on that. So, anywho, this is the deck. Her art style is very mid-century pinup girl flash tattoo art, and I love that. I love that. I think it's beautiful. She has a lot of symbolism in this deck, and I mean a lot. It actually, in my opinion, at times can be a little overwhelming. But she created this deck according to her book, and y'all, this book is like, it's a book, you know. It's not flimsy. There's a lot of pages, you know, color. It's really nice. But in the book, she talks about her creative process. There's a lot of detail about the cards. And she created this deck to be a beginner deck. Now, personally, I don't know if I would have liked this deck as a beginner. Maybe. My daughter loves it. I don't know why it's not focusing on that. But the camera, y'all, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, there we go. I have to get it right up in the camera's face. It's really colorful deck. Like I said, she made it for beginners. My daughter loves it. This is the deck she preferred to learn on. I gave her a Rider-Waite deck, I told her she could use my copy, and she hated it. She did not like it. And so I was like, look through my decks, pick one, you know, and she picked this one, and I was kind of internally cringing because she's a teenager, and you know, parents of teenagers, y'all know what I'm talking about. I was like, please, dear God, take care of it. And she's done a really good job. So, which I'm not surprised. She's like ridiculously responsible. So, anyway, yeah, she loves it. It is beautiful. Like, the colors are amazing. She says the symbolism really helps her a lot. You know, she of course still uses the book. Like I said, she is learning, but she does a lot without the book too, and she's getting better all the time. So she likes it as a beginner deck. So if you have not had a lot of experience with tarot, you might like this as well, especially if the art appeals to you. So I hope that focused. It's hard for me to tell, so I'm kind of like keeping them up there for a little while, hoping it focused, because, you know, I've got a card in front of my face. So I'm trying to like peek underneath the card. This is one of my favorite cards, by the way. The Four of Swords. I just love the way that's illustrated. In Cups, she uses a lot of flowers and things like that. Of course, plenty of water, and I really enjoy that. In Wands, I almost said pine cones. She does use a lot of pine cones on fire and wands, which I really enjoy. Oh, and you can really see the flash tattoo artist thing here. Oh yeah, here's a wand. Anyway, I enjoy that representation because pines, not all pines, but a lot of pines, the best way for them to germinate is fire. So, like I said, not all, oh look, we have two in a row now. Not all pines are that way, but a lot of them are. And it really helps with growth and things like that. So in pine, the pine family especially. So, I don't know, did it? Sorry, I can't tell if it's focusing well. But yeah, it's a really beautiful deck. And one thing I will say that I'm not the biggest fan of is the size of the cards. They are kind of challenging for someone who has teeny tiny hands like mine to hold. Like, I'm really stretching them out there, you know? And then whenever they're in this huge, huge stack, because these cards are thick. Like, it's going to take a lot to hurt these cards, y'all, which I love. But, like, dang, that's hard to hold. And I definitely can't like really shuffle them as well. I just kind of do that, you know, and see I'm already dropping them just because it's a challenge, you know, small challenge, but still a challenge. And this is her representation of the tower, and I really enjoy that because isn't that just what it feels like? So yeah, that's kind of a complaint of mine, but it's not, like I said, it's not a bad one. Y'all, this card right here, it's actually been in my dreams before. It was kind of a wild dream. Creepy, right? It was weird. But, yeah, that's really the only complaint I would have as far as the, you know, the way the cards feel and how they handle is not that great when you have little hands. If you have bigger hands, it might not be a problem for you. Let's see. Oh, and she did mention in the book that that she does not really do reversals, and she did not really have reversals in mind when she created this deck. I mean, okay, you know, you see the back, you can't tell if that's upside down or not, right? But so she did that, you know, she kept that in mind, but she did not put any reversal meanings in her book, which again is understandable. When I first started out, I was not a big fan of reversals either. So a lot of beginners just may not be fans of reversals. However, I also feel like when reversals do come up with this deck, that it's really a challenge to receive that message from them. So maybe it's all in my head because she mentioned that in her book, but I do kind of feel like, I don't know, it's got a little bit of a limitation there. And that's just my personal opinion. You might not get that feeling at all. So, but I do love it. It's beautiful. It's sturdy. You know, it's definitely not going to fall apart if you spill something on it. And I have spilled something on it. Shh, don't tell the kiddo. But, because I don't think she has, but I totally have spilled water on it before. So yeah, it's sturdy, quality card stock, no doubt. I mean, these cards are thick. And the art is beautiful, vibrant. I really hope that y'all can see that well. The art is beautiful and vibrant. They, like I said, she goes into so much detail in her book about the card meanings, why she used certain symbolism. So you can really get a good understanding of these cards and their meanings. So, you know, they're nice. You should buy some, you know, and I don't know Gabi Angus West at all, so, you know, she's not paying me or anything for this review. It's just a deck I really enjoy. So if you like it, I will put a link where you can get it from Amazon. So yeah, definitely check it out. I hope you enjoyed this review. So if you've seen me use cards and you know, a certain deck, and you want to see a review of it, let me know. If there's a deck you think I would be interested in reviewing, let me know. The one more thing that I want to mention before I just kind of scooch off here is I do have a tarot reading special. It's a Mercury, I can't say it because, you know, Mercury retrograde. See? Oh my gosh. Anyway, yes, it's a tarot special for Mercury retrograde. So 5-card reading, $25. It's all done via email. I will put a link down below. You can check it out. Basically, you can ask, you know, send me any question after you purchase this reading and you hear from me. I'll ask you, hey, what do you want to know about? What's your question? What's your subject matter? It can be about stuff that's going on with you right now during this retrograde period. It does not have to be. You can ask whatever question you want to ask, you know. Yes and no questions, y'all, are not the best. Like who, what, when, where are so much better questions. You get a lot more out of it. You can ask a yes or no question. Just, you know, like I said, it's not the best kind of question to ask. You know, be really thoughtful in the questions you want to ask tarot cards. So that's it, guys. I appreciate you watching. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you on Friday.